Hi guys, welcome back to ESCplus. It's Aitor, and we're here once again with another interview for Malta Eurovision Song Contest 2025. I'm trying to represent Malta. Today we have a group, two of the members of the group, the Alchemists, is Benjamin, the lead singer, and Jonathan, the backing vocalist and guitarist. Hi guys, thank you so much for coming to our interview.
Hey, hello.
Hey,
How are
hello,
you
how are
doing?
you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for coming to our channel, for taking time. I know that's a bit difficult to, especially in big groups, like already Cantera or GBF, like tell me like, oh, it's a little bit difficult to have all of them at the same time. So thank you so much for at least two of you being here, so I can have like the perspective from all this journey and everything of two different people from the same group.
Thank you
So
for
yeah,
inviting us.
nice. So before we start talking about the song, let's talk about yourself. Can you introduce the band, the Alchemists, and maybe yourself to the audience?
So I'll start. So I'm Ben. Well, Benjamin is the full name, but everyone calls me Ben these days. Um, uh, the role in the band is that I'm a lead singer. I'm also a guitarist, but for this, let's say for this song, I won't be playing the guitar, so that I can use the stage a bit more and I can roam around a bit. Let's say that. Um, and yeah, so that's my main role. And before John introduces himself, the other members are Dominic, who is the bass guitarist in the band, and he's also a backing vocalist. There's Alec Tain, who is the drummer, and there is Becca, who is a backing vocalist. She's a drummer as well, but she's also a guitar player and she's also a keys player. And for the purpose of Eurovision, she's gonna be playing keys. And then, John, over to you.
Yes, I'm John. Full name is Jonathan, but it's too long for so I always choose to say John or Johnny in Maltese. That's what all my friends and colleagues call me. Um, um, yeah, I've been with the Alchemist for the past from its inception. I would say it was me and Ben who started the Alchemist. And yeah, as Ben mentioned, I play the guitar, and I'm also the backing vocalist of the band.
Nice. So all of you are multi-talented, like you can switch places. One can sing, and the other one can play the guitar, and then the next day,
Yeah,
you know, just turn and switch. Nice. So tell us a little bit more about your journey to Eurovision. So basically, you will be competing in the second semi-final, which is happening on the 6th of February, so very, very soon, with the song called Rubble and Stone. Tell us a little bit the story behind the song, how was written, and how did it was born, basically.
yeah, sure. Ben, yeah, or John.
Up to you.
And you
Uh,
you decide. You decide.
yeah,
Okay. Then first of all, I'm gonna ask. Okay, I'm gonna ask Benjamin about Eurovision. How, like, why did you decided to go to Eurovision, and
yeah,
how did you decided this? And then John can tell me about the song, how it
song.
was
Yeah,
created. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, so from my own journey, I took part in Eurovision a few years back. In 2011, I was in a duo with Klinsmann, who is also one of the authors of the song and composers. Um, and apart from that, I took part as a supporting act for another 4 or 5 times. So I kind of know the Eurovision journey, at least in Malta, how it goes more or less. Having said that, since 2012, I think, or 2013, I kind of moved away from that and did other musical stuff. And then with the Alchemists, we've been together for about 6 to 7 years, and over the past 1 year, we kind of were exploring different options of what we can do. And I think it was around May when we were releasing an original song, and we went on a TV program, and the host back then was Gordon Bonello, and he suggested this idea of us being part of a Eurovision camp that was being held in Malta. We said, okay, we have nothing to lose because it's not like anybody had to pay anything. So you had maybe that thing of yeah, I don't know. So it was like completely free. You're gonna meet international composers, songwriters, and local composers and songwriters, and you can create a song. And then it's up to you to do what you want with it. So we said, okay, we'll go. We met we were all there, all five of us. We met, there was Klinsmann who was assigned to us. It wasn't even our choice. So it was pure luck, I guess. And there was also the two international songwriters, composers, Argyle and also Benji from Switzerland. And it just clicked. I remember Argyle asked us what we'd like to write about. We gave them a listen to our original song. We said we want to keep kind of the same feeling. I remember Johnny just grabbed the guitar. He just did the riff of the song that you hear in the beginning. And Argyle decided to kind of give us a task of writing different lyrics. And we eventually, in a matter of 3-4 hours, we wrote Rubble and Stone. And then 5-6 months later down the line, actually it was maybe 4 months later when the applications opened, we said, okay, let's just put it in and we'll see. I mean, we're very attached to the song. We love the song. And so we were, not to sound kind of egotistical, but we were confident that we'll make it through to the semifinals. Obviously now we'll see where that journey takes us.
Of course. So since the first time that you listened to the song, like you heard the song, the first demo, it was clear for you that this was had a Eurovision potential, right?
Yeah. I think also what we were really happy with is that we kind of stayed true to our style as a band. So we didn't have to change. Okay, it has some elements of that we had to do for Eurovision, but let's say 80-90% of it is true to our style. So we were happy, even if we didn't make the semifinals, we were happy with the song because we were able to release it as part of our own style and as a band. So
yeah, so basically you made it yours and you made it like a sound like another song of yours, basically. Nice. That's really true to yourself and like keeping it in your genre and style. So and now John, tell us the story behind the song and if you went into the studio for this session with some references or with something in mind, or it just the creativity flow and the song just came like this.
Yeah, so basically, when we just entered the room, this energy was so present with all the members and even the foreign composers and producer, that you got this whole inspiration going on at that moment. And when they asked us what we wanted to do, we honestly didn't have any reference. We just said, listen, we want to do something with the style. And as Ben mentioned earlier, I just grabbed my guitar. And the thing is that usually the guitar is tuned in a certain way, which is called standard tuning. But for this particular song, we tuned the guitar in a different way, which opens up a different different voicings to the chords that you're doing. So what normally is heard as a normal chord has a different ring to it. So immediately after that, I did the first riff, and I remember Benji, the producer, said, "Oi, what's that?" And we just continued then. And to be honest with you, I think in the first 30 minutes, we had all the music written down already, and then it was off to start writing the lyrics of the song. So basically, Rubble and Stone, just to explain for our audience what it is about. our generation and new generations we have this mentality of throwing away what is broken. Okay, and be it with materialistic things, be it with anything really and truly, even relationships. And in fact, Rubble and Stone speaks about that. All of us go through a hard time in any relationship or friendship, call it whatever you want. And the fact that you are fighting through it at least gives a hope that things might be okay. So even though, I mean, some situations are a little bit different to everyone, but at least, if there's nothing bad going on in a particular relationship, what we wanted to portray by the song was that I personally am ready to fight for what I believe in. I am ready to fight for love. I am ready to fight for anything, basically, before throwing it away. So that is why we are walking through, even though, because we heard a comment that Rubble and Stone might not be something too much of a sacrifice that you do to the person. It is metaphorically there to symbolize that you are still going through something difficult to go through something.
Nice. It's a very unique and interesting approach and message. I don't think we had like that kind of message in any Eurovision song or in Malta. I mean, it's like a very universal, message that can be applied to many things, but it's interesting to see like your perspective and what you want to convey with this song.
We wanted it to be applicable even out of Eurovision.
Yes.
Given the fact that when we wrote it, we were a little bit undecisive of whether we should enter Eurovision. We kept it a little bit universal, as you're saying, okay? So that it can be applicable to a lot of audiences, maybe not just those who follow Eurovision.
Yeah, exactly. So tell us, how was working with such big names and like people who are very seasoned in the Eurovision songwriting world, basically?
Well, sorry, Ben, you want to answer this?
Yeah, I can. Well,
Benji, how was working with Benji? With the other Benji?
Well, honestly, such a pleasure. I mean, at no point in time did anyone give us the impression that they think higher of something or lower of something. It was really easy. And even I remember the 3 days before we had to submit the final version, because we submitted a demo, I had to fly out to Switzerland to retake my vocals. And so basically I spent 2 days with Benji in the studio, two Benjis in one studio. And he was so nice. And then Argyle came over as well, because he lives in Switzerland as well. And we couldn't be happier. We couldn't be happier to be working with them. And super nice.
Nice. So I mean, these are like they've written like and produced several songs from Eurovision, so they know what they are doing. And it's clear that having such big names make you like more confident about maybe entering Eurovision. But what was your reaction when you find out that you were selected as one of the 24 contestants for this year's competition? And also, how do you you said that you didn't want to like sound very like selfish or very like arrogant, but you knew that probably you were gonna do it, make it. So I guess that you were already thinking on the next step. But tell us how was your opinion or your feeling on the reception of the song and people knowing that you were gonna be on Eurovision and in Malta Eurovision?
So basically what Ben said, that we knew, it's more like we felt, because we were having very positive feedback from our friends. So that was giving us a little bit of hope as well, that we were maybe going to make it to the semifinals. Sorry,
and what
Thanks,
We
because I got
were
lost in the trail of thought.
yeah, we were basically it was during, I think it was the 6th, oh no, it was the 12th of December when they were announced.
Yeah.
We were playing actually at a corporate gig, and we knew that they will be announced, and we told the sound engineer with us to kind of follow what was happening. So then we were told that we passed, and then we have a bit of a funny story because PBS asked us to film our reaction when we were going through, but obviously we couldn't film it because we were gigging. So then basically in the break we went in one of the corridors of the place we were playing, and we had to kind of act it out because there was no other way. And
Yeah.
obviously it wasn't just a one take. We had to do it over and over again, but I guess.
That's funny. And how do you feel about the reaction of the people? I feel like your song it has been really well, received by the people, and that you have many people supporting you. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think one of the main reasons why we decided that after all to enter Eurovision is for people to get the people's reaction. As a band in Malta, it's very difficult to get a little bit of recognition. So this particular platform puts you out there and puts your music out there as well. So to receive both good and negative feedback, because we did have negative feedback, but I mean it's good, it's part of growth, so we accept anything, really and truly. But to receive obviously the positive feedback is a good boost for us. As a band, we said, listen, it feels like we're making it finally. People know about us, even when you go out the street and people see you, they might recognize you as well. And we did have instances where people recognize us both in Malta and even been abroad. So it feels good. It feels, I mean, you don't do music for this, you do it because we enjoy it as well, but sometimes it does feel good, to feel appreciated. And I think that is what we're loving most about it, is this feeling.
Of course, yeah. You do music to, to convey emotions and to make people feel something or something that you're feeling. But of course, it's nice also to have that feedback, like
Yeah, for sure.
either good or bad. But music is like this; it's subjective, and
it is. And listen, to be honest with you, since it's Eurovision, the song is so in the spotlight, okay?
Yes.
And then you're comparing it to other songs. So it's like, listen, this one is better, but this one is not that good, But in reality, when you take it out of Eurovision context, every single song in the Eurovision has its worth, It's really good when taken out of the context of Eurovision. So, but
Yeah. In fact, I think sometimes personally, when I look, for example, at all the 24 songs, as in the other 23 songs and ours, I think I can pick one thing which I like, a minimum of one thing which I like in every song, be it
I agree.
the beat, be it the lyrics, be it the way that the person is singing, being the message, because every song has something to offer. And I think when people listen to songs, when they comment, I like this one, or I don't like this one, or whatever, it has also maybe to do with the style of music that they like as a person. So someone who listens to, for example, more R&B and hip hop and stuff, they will like 6 songs that are in the semifinals. Some people who like maybe dance, they will like certain. People who like the Maltese language, they might appreciate more the people who have a song in Maltese. People who like maybe the folk Americana style with some elements of pop, maybe they will like our song. So every song has something to offer to different people. So
Yeah, that's the beauty of Eurovision, like there is like so many genres and so many songs that can make it to Eurovision nowadays that its song has its niche, like it has its audience, people supporting. But yeah, it's true that yours is very unique, and I would say like you're one of the few bands which is already something unique, but also the style of the song is quite unique. So tell us, how are you preparing yourself for the semi-final performance? I guess it is difficult to meet all of you at the same time because you are five, and on the stage you need to be really synchronized.
Yeah.
So because as you said, John, you have the spotlight. You have the spotlight. Everybody watching, but not only Malta, all the Euro fans from around the world. They will be following the semi-finals and finals. So how are you preparing for that 3-minute performance, both technically and also mentally?
Well, to be honest with you, I think we have a little bit of an advantage because, as we said already, we're a band and we have been playing together for the past 7 years. Actually, me and Ben have been playing for much more than that together. So the chemistry is already there. We already know what each and every one of us is doing on stage. So it's only a matter of seeing what the other person is doing and, just going along, To be honest with you, we're preparing. We did some rehearsals in a studio to see how we're going to be moving mostly because we, as much as possible, we wanted to stay true to the band performance. Obviously, we are aware that we're going to be in a Eurovision context, and we are aware that it has to be a little bit big. But we found a compromise. So we said, listen, I want to be viewed as a band, especially in Malta, because, but let's do these things, okay? Let's have a good show. And I think that is what we are trying to do, is find a good compromise, a good balance between what Eurovision is about and what us as the Alchemists are about as well.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. And are you preparing in a different way to approach this performance, or you're just performing and like meeting and rehearsing us for another gig?
So normally during this period in January, February, because it's generally the low season in
Of
terms
course.
of musical commitments. It's normally the time when we, for example, update our repertoire of cover songs, etc. So we're normally
Yeah.
meeting every week in January, February, March.
Yes.
So from that side, it hasn't really changed much. And as much as we're working on Eurovision, we're also working on other songs as well because we
Of
also have other commitments. But obviously, we're
course.
giving more input to Eurovision. And as John said, I think chemistry-wise, I don't think we're gonna have that much of a problem. I think our biggest challenge, maybe not just us, but the whole set of contestants,
Yeah.
is to make sure that the camera work and
Mm,
what cameras and how are we going to use
yes.
these, and yeah, so that's probably the biggest challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, to make sure that everything is like right and looks good in the camera and what impresses and what works and what doesn't work. But that will, yeah, you will have time for that during the rehearsals. Right now, you can only focus on rehearsing the voice and the stage presence.
Yes, exactly.
So, now talking about the competition this year, you know that you said that your song had, you were sure that, pretty secure that it was going to make it to the semifinals, because you really like it and you really thought that it was a really good song for Eurovision. But this year's competition is a really tough one. In Malta, it's all the 24 songs are really, really good. How do you feel about sharing the stage with big names in the Maltese industry? I don't know, maybe some big names that already went to Eurovision even. And yeah, what do you think about the level of the songs? Because you say Benji, not the Benji, that it was already like some songs that impress you because of one thing or another. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So back in the camp in June, we
Mm.
also had one of the sessions was a listening session of the songs that were made during the camp between just those people. And there were already songs that we heard that I remember Johnny and I discussing and saying, this will make it
Yeah.
through. This will make it through. And I think there were probably 8 or 9 that we said that they will be through as well, and they actually then made it through to the semifinals. So it's because there's sometimes a song just
Yeah.
you'd feel that, and we
But
kind of had a similar feeling with our song as well. So we kind of put it, when you play the song and you see everyone in the room going like this, that
Yes,
it's
the
people are
reaction. Yeah,
feeling
yeah,
it. So
yeah.
that's one side to it. And in terms of names, the people. So there are half of the contestants that we're friends with that we knew from before, and there are, I
Yeah.
think, half of them that we're kind of still getting to know them. Um, uh, Personally, it doesn't really make so much of a difference whether who's competing. I'm just happy to be part of everyone, and you could tell even we have, for example, a group chat between everyone, and everyone is so helpful with each other. And
Mm.
you could see some people who have maybe a little bit more experience offering some advice sometimes, and so I think it's just a really nice process to
I
be there with people who are there, have been there, have represented Malta before, maybe, and the new ones as well. And you see the new talent coming up, and yeah, it's. I don't know what you want to add, John, but
no, I think I pretty much agree with everything that you said. But all I can add, it's a very, very healthy competition for me. It's very, very healthy. It doesn't feel that way. At least it doesn't feel that there is any backstabbing or bad intentions. It's an all good feel good factor. And there are quite a good amount of songs that I really really like, and I've been telling Ben, mentioning the same song every time and listening to it, and I'm glad that I'm not only glad, I feel really honored to be sharing the stage with the other contestants, because the talent and the level is, as you said in the beginning, is so high that it feels good to be there. It feels like it doesn't feel amateurish.
Mm. Yeah, it feels really professional and like Malta and PBS, they are taking it seriously, putting the the quality bar high, you know?
Yeah.
It's clear that Malta wants to go back to the finals at Eurovision, so hopefully this is the year. So I'm curious to know who were you friends with before the contest? Or were you closest with?
so so personally, I know Fabrizio from
Of
JVF
course.
and Jessica and Victorio.
All of
Um,
them.
yeah, so and Victorio sometimes he also sings with us as a band. We do like a couple of events together as well. Um, uh, we also know Kurt Kalea very well. We've even played with him, or he played with us in events and
Amazing.
weddings and stuff. So and we're kind of old old friends coming from the 2010 when he had Over and Over. No, sorry, 2011 when we had Over and Over, and
Mm.
2012 when then he won with This Is the Night.
Yes.
Um, yeah, we know Stefan as well.
Okay, Cherry, the drummer of
Yeah,
Cantera.
Cherry.
But
Yeah.
funny story
Wow.
about that, because we used to be in a band together, me and Kate Cherry. And when this band stopped, he moved to Cantera and I moved to the Alchemists. And now we're sharing the stage again together. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your paths
And
divided and now they're coming back.
yes, yes.
yeah. Yeah, and for example, we were also very happy to see Krista Sushak in the finals, because this summer we played at a festival in Valletta, and she was on the same day playing with us as well. And I remember I told her, what a great voice she has, and kind of see her around. She's still very young. I think she's 17 or
He's the
18.
youngest.
Yeah, she's the youngest, 17. Yeah,
Yeah, and we were so happy to see her there because she has a great song as well. It's personally one of my favorites as well.
yeah.
Um, um, yeah, who else? Who was doing all from before?
It's funny because the people that I was mentioning, like the Eurovision people who go to Eurovision, basically are the closest to you.
Yeah,
Jessica Fabrizio, and Kurt.
and Kurt, yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, yeah, and
nice.
yeah, and it's just good to find out. And Mark Anthony, I knew from before as well.
Mm,
Mark Anthony Bartolo. He's a teacher as well. I'm a teacher by profession. Johnny is a teacher by profession as well.
nice. I feel like in
So
Malta, everybody is in Malta is all the singers are teachers or doctors or like nurse, you know?
okay, could be,
I don't know.
could be.
Yes, it's funny. Could you name a song that is your favorite from the other songs that you were really impressed by and you cannot stop listening? John,
Yeah.
I know that you have one.
Yes, I have one, and I've also messaged them personally. For me, it's Adria Twins with Alp Ma Alp.
Wow.
It's
Yes.
I
It's really
don't
touching.
and I don't usually go for ballads. I listen to every music, every genre, but this feels really for me. It's the ballad of ballads.
It feels really special and really, yeah, really, really unique. Maybe for me because it's in Maltese, so that
Yes,
makes it
well, yeah,
more
yes,
unique.
yes,
But it looks really, really true and really, yeah, really sincere.
yeah,
And for you,
Yeah.
Ben?
Well, obviously, I like Alp Ma Alp as well. It's a very good song.
Yes,
But okay, so that we have a different, so I have a different one. I'm gonna mention Krista as well.
yes.
Not just because I think she has a really good song, but also because she I feel she has so much potential because she's so young. I wish when I was 17, I already had
Experience and
that thing
confidence.
going for her. Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
but yeah, I like Mark Anthony's song as well because
yeah.
it's kind of it's a good acoustic feel song. Um, I think Stefan's chorus is very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Of Lab Lab, and even Juno of Victoria. I think she has
Mm.
a very good chorus as well.
Well,
Um,
Kant is really good as well, so
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's doing really well.
Yes.
We can.
I mean, for example, Cantera, it kind of the song of Lalla Ratatakeke, Lalla Ratakaboom.
Boom.
Boom. Yes.
It. I remember when I was young with my friend, and we used to go out to a feast, and we used
The
to be kind of
festa.
jumping and whatever. Who knows what we were shouting, and so it gives you that festa feel. And then there's Festa of JV. There's there's so many good
So you
songs,
don't have
and
a favorite, basically. Every song is your favorite now.
yeah, and the thing is, even for example, what's his name, Nathan.
Nathan, yeah,
Um,
concrete.
yeah, he has such a good voice. I mean,
Yes.
so and personally, I don't mind saying that I like other songs and I like this
Oh,
from
I
this
mean,
song, and I mean
Yeah, it's
if it's
your
good, it's
taste,
good.
Yeah,
If it's
you
good,
cannot
it's good.
deny. Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, I feel the same. Like you need to be transparent and be clear.
Yeah,
And you need to praise that they are super good songs and that the quality is high. So whoever goes to the Eurovision, it will be a good choice, I think, for Malta.
yeah, yeah,
And it will all come to the staging. Like whoever has the best staging and has the best, chemistry with the camera and everything. I think that's gonna be really important. But so let's imagine that you win MESC and you go to Switzerland to represent Malta. What would it mean for you to go with this song, with this message, to represent Malta in Switzerland, and also as a band? What would it mean for you? I guess that it's gonna be like a stone in your like such a unique moment and something that you will never forget in your career. Tell us.
Well, I'm sure it will open a lot of opportunities. The experience in itself, I think, would be the closest that you can go to a dream, you know. Those of us who play in bands and also other artists dream that one day, you know, you'll have a big crowd in front of you singing your songs. Okay, so I think that making it through and finally winning the Malta song would be that feeling of having sort of your dream come true. So both as a band and personally, it would be a great achievement for us.
Nice.
Same.
Yes,
Similar from my end.
of course.
I actually made. I have a friend from. I have a friend from the Netherlands, and she's a tattoo artist. And I made a deal with her because I don't have any tattoos, and I never considered having a tattoo. Nothing against. It's just I don't have. So, and I told her if if we win the Malta song, I'll come to the Netherlands and I'll tattoo Rubble and Stone on, so, you know,
Yes,
just to remember it forever. But yeah, it would be a
of
great
course.
great achievement, and as Johnny said, it will open up a lot of doors, and yeah, it would be great. I love Switzerland as well. I've been a few times, so it would be
Yeah,
nice to
especially
be
this
back.
year, especially this year, writing the song and
Yeah,
recording the vocals.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I guess that you've been following Eurovision for long, and you're not new to the Eurovision world. I mean, especially Malta is such a such a special contest and very everybody watches. Tell us what's a song from Malta that went to Eurovision that it's really special or that you really remember fondly, and also a song overall from Eurovision or from other countries that you remember.
I think as a band, we're more, or personally, let's start personally. I am more inclined to get inspired and love other bands.
Of
So
course,
for me it was the Busker, which was a recent entry,
love
and
them.
they're so nice. So me and John Paul, the drummer, used to play together as well in when we were in tertiary education. So it hits home, you know. So for me, just not to go too back in time. Maybe Ben will answer that one as well. For me, is the Busker.
Nice.
Um, we had a kind of a small interview today as well, and they kind of asked us similar. Um, I think my favorite song from Malta was Moira and Chris's Staffrach, More Than Love. I think it was called
Yeah.
More Than Love. I think 1992, maybe. I think
Mm.
1992, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but I think 92 or something like that. Yeah. So, and I think a couple of years back, they did a tribute because Chris passed away. So yeah, I think it's one of the most beautiful songs. Also because they do very nice harmonies together, and it's something that we also do as a band. So that's from Malta. And then before Johnny maybe says his international, I actually have two that I really like as songs. The Olsen Brothers when they won in 2000,
Awesome.
I
Yeah, 2000.
think.
Yes.
So that is a song that I really like. And
Mm.
also, funnily enough, one of the songs that I really enjoyed, and it's probably because they kind of broke a barrier, was I think it was 2005, Molitva, I think by
Six, 2006. No,
2006, yeah, yeah, or
yes,
five.
it's okay.
Anyways, one of those years.
No,
Um,
seven. It was seven.
Seven? Okay,
Yes,
you correct
2007.
me. So,
Yes.
anyways,
Yeah.
For some
They
reason,
won. Yes, they actually won.
it's a song. Yeah. It's a song which it's not written in English, but it was so nice. Personally, the music was so nice, and I don't know why I like it, but it's the song that just comes up to my head every time. So,
Yeah.
fun.
There's I forgot the name, and it's a song from I believe it was Finland, but I'm trying to remember the song and I couldn't get it.
It's a band. It's a band.
Sorry, no,
It's
it's
a
not a band. It's a they were three on stage. I remember.
Lordi? No, Lordi, no.
No, it's okay. I really can't remember, and I'm trying to search it. I'm not managing.
Which is it new or old?
Yeah, it's a new song. It was like a techno beat. Very very tribal techno. I'm not sure if it was
From
Finland.
from Finland? Maybe not.
John, you have to do your homework better.
It's like a traditional music, like Eastern European music?
No,
Or
it wasn't. It was very very tribally. I'm gonna have
maybe
to skip this one because
maybe Norway.
could be Eurovision,
Kano?
and I can't remember which year
Oh,
it
no.
was because I'm not sure if it was the year of COVID, and to me that period was so such a blur that I can't
Yes.
I can't remember if it was during that period or not.
Was it like two guys and one girl?
Yeah.
Then yeah, Norway, Kano. Spirit in the Sky? Check it.
Find it.
Norway,
2019. Maybe that one?
Yes, I think it was
Is that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. It's like it mixes like a sort of jolking, which is like a traditional singing style from Norway and from Lapland.
Very different.
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, they won the televote.
Yeah,
the public vote.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, very, very memorable. Actually, he was Tom Hugo. He was on the songwriting camp. Maybe you met him.
Yeah. Well, we couldn't go when they did the. we were working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he will be there. For MESC. I don't know. He's Hayley's composer. Hayley Atsopardi. Is the song. Yeah. Maybe he goes. But yeah, nice. So yeah, that was such a I wasn't expecting that reply from you. I don't know. It's such a different. It's very like a Eurodance pop song, but it's very very memorable. Nice. So thank you so much, guys, for taking time to come to our channel and having an interview with us. I wish you the best of luck for your semifinal performance, and let's manifest also the final. And before we leave, if you could send a message to our followers and people watching this video and the new fans that you got from all around Europe and beyond, that would be amazing. Grazie, Hafna. Thank you so much, and see you very soon.
Grazie inti.
Grazie. So, John, do you want to start or I should start?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so hi everyone. Ben from the Alchemists. Okay, by now you know. First of all, we want to say thank you for all the support, all the messages that we've been receiving from all over Europe and outside of Europe. It's incredible. I think our song on Spotify has reached around 75 countries around the world, which is pretty cool. Thank you for your support. We really hope that when you listen to our song, you get the same excitement and feeling that we get every time we play it and sing it. And we hope that we get to the finals. We hope that we give a good enough performance to then maybe see you in Switzerland. And till then, if you like what we do, find us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, whatever, and just follow us and just keep seeing what we're up to after Eurovision as well. Johnny?
Well, I cannot add a lot to that, to be honest. But all I can say is that what's intriguing me the most about this competition is that music not only defines us, but it also unites us. So let's keep this good and positive vibe going on. And I'm so glad to be part of this.
Yeah, just leave the competition, apart, and let's celebrate
Yeah,
the music and enjoy the show.
That's the most beautiful part.
Yes, nice. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you very, very soon in Malta.
See
Bye.
you.
See you
Thank
soon.
you.
Thank you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.